Hey everybody, it's Cole Stewart. I was just making an instructional video for you guys here. If you wanted to check out some of the interesting benefits of Edmodo, and if you guys would be interested in using it campus-wide. So if you're interested in creating an account, I'm going to go over it with you right now and go over some of the benefits of Edmodo and how to use it. So first of all, go to, as you can see up here, you can go to edmodo.com, and it's going to bring you to this login page. To sign up, click I'm a teacher. You can enter your username. It can be whatever you want. I made mine simple, so hopefully we can make it kind of uniform like this in the future. I just made mine my first initial, my last name, and then I put FACP. Just to make it a little more unique because a lot of the usernames are already taken. So you can make it whatever you want as long as it's available. Go ahead and, as you guys can see there, I already made that one, so it's showing it is taken. You guys can go ahead and make your own password and put in your work email address or your personal email address, wherever you want the notices from Edmodo going to. I would stick to doing your work email address just because it's going to be easier for the other teachers to look you up if you decide to do that. So here you can select your title, put in your first and last name, and then just go ahead and click sign up. I'm going to go back and just go into the login page just because I already have an account, and then I can show you some of the features. So bear with me here just a second. Alright guys, so this is your home page of edmodo.com, and as you can see I have a little bit of it set up but not too much. I just created a separate one because I wanted to make it a little more accessible to the other teachers and stuff. I had one under a separate email account. So this is my new one. As you guys can see, there's a spot for your profile. And right here there's a hyperlink so you can change some things on your profile if you would like to add a picture of yourself, or you would like to add a quote or some information or whatever. And these are some of the things that you can do on Edmodo. These are the classes over here to the left. As you can see, I just set them up per period, so I knew kind of how to separate them. If you want to create new classes, all you have to do is go over here and click on create. It's going to ask you for a group name. I just did mine by period, so if you want to do period 1, 2, whatever, anything like that, it'll ask you the grade, or if there's a range, if it's more than one grade level that you have in the class, and then the subject area. And then go ahead and click create, and it's going to give you this tab over here to the left hand side, and it's going to make an individual home page for each one of those classes. So as you guys can see here in the individual home page, this gives you a number of benefits, a number of different things that you can use in the classroom that you'll be able to send out to all your students. Over here, sorry, let me click on a class. So if you click on one of your classes, each class has a group code, as you guys can see up here. Okay, this group code is the group code that you can send out to your students in the class if you want them to connect with this classroom. So let's say my first period, I believe it's going to be one of my electives. If I wanted to give all my kids in my elective this group code, they're going to end up showing up in the list within this class, and then I'm going to be able to communicate with them in the classroom, send them individual assignments or quizzes, or assign things as a whole to the class. So yeah, you can go over here. Each one, as you can see, each time I click on it, it gives you a different group code. So each period you can send it out to different people, or if you would like teachers to be able to see it, you can send that to them too. If you would like teachers to be able to connect with you on all the stuff that you're doing in your class, so you don't have to send them each individual group code, you can go to your settings under your account, and down here it's going to ask you, mine's already set up, but it can show you how to select a school. And as you guys can see, I put in Foothills Academy here. Me, Tracy, Marion, Claudia Marrera, and I believe Clea Centerville are already on here. So when you guys go to sign up, it should show you some of the people that are already in it, and we should already be in there. So that way you know you're doing it right. It's a little finicky. If you guys have a hard time finding the school, just play around with it a little bit. This is the screen that's going to pop up when it asks you to look up your school, and you can type it in by zip code. I found works the best, or you can type in Scottsdale, Arizona, because I believe that's the Foothills Academy College Prep is in Scottsdale, not Cave Creek. So the elementary school you would obviously look up in Cave Creek. So that's one way to go about that. When you first create your account, that ability to change the school is actually going to show up at the bottom of your home page. It's not here right now because I already set mine up. But when you go to the initial one, at the very bottom, it's going to give you a list of things to do, so you can set up your profile, and one of those would be selecting your school. So if you guys have any problems with it, please let me know. Okay, so those were some of just the basics in setting it up, and I'm going to go over some of the benefits for you guys on why this is so useful in managing the classroom. So let's go back to my example where we had my first period class. So here, as you guys can see, I just made like a little example of something. I would maybe put in a post here saying, oh, good morning to the class. Maybe you could type a post in here letting them know, oh, the agenda is going to be as follows, right? 1, 2, 3. Let them know what they're going to do, and you can send it out to the class. So it's going to post in the forum, as you can see there. I'll go ahead and delete that later because obviously it's just an example, but you can see you would be able to post to them whatever it is you would like them to do, whatever their reading assignments are, anything like that. This is an alert, so this is basically, it just puts it on higher notice, and generally it'll put it to the top of the list. It's great for things like due dates. If you want to send out an alert to kids to remind them that something's due, that's a great way to go about that. This is the assignments link here, and the cool thing about this is, especially if you're all set up on one computer, if you have your lesson plans or your assignments all on one computer, you have them in your email or whatever, you can go ahead and type in an assignment. So let's just say, for example, you would put assignment 1 for your first period class, and you would want to load an assignment. So on my computer, I would be able to, down here is files. So you can see these are a bunch of my files on my computer. Last year, here's some of my lesson plans. Let's see if I have a good example of one here. I don't know where my history folder went. Oh, here it is. So last year, here were some of the lesson plans that I had out, or some of the exams or whatever, and the whole outline is in there. So I could go ahead and click on one of the projects. This is one of the reconstruction projects, and load it in as an assignment and send it out to the students. I'm not going to do it just because I don't want to have to go back and do it all. But you'd be able to send it out to the students and describe the assignment to them, give them a due date. It's going to pop up a calendar down here. You're going to be able to set the date that it's due, and you're even going to be able to assign them grades if you would like, and keep track of it up here on the grades tab. Okay, so that's one great feature of it. Another one that I've found myself using a lot more lately when I was designing a couple things was this quiz. The Create a Quiz is really cool because it'll actually do all the grading for you, and it just gives you a lot of flexibility if you want to use it for any kind of distance education, or give it to the kids to work on at home if it's kind of lengthy or something like that. So a good example is, I'm going to go back into one of my exams that I had here from last year. So I had here's a reconstruction exam that I used, I would be able to copy the question and put it in for the question, and then copy all the responses and put it in for the responses, and it's going to generate a quiz for me. And I can do that all the way down with all my questions. So this is going to ask you, what type of quiz do you want? Do you want multiple choice, or what type of question would you like? True or false, short answer, fill in the blank. And then I'm just going to go ahead and click add first question. I'm going to leave mine as multiple choice. So you can see here, this is the question prompt. I would go back to my quiz, I would copy what question I wanted, and I would paste it here, and then I would paste in my responses. Here, down here, it says add responses. So depending on the amount of responses I have in my quiz is going to determine the amount of boxes that I need. So down here, I'm doing A through D, or 4 responses, so I'm going to add a couple more boxes just by adding response. And then here I'm going to plug in the correct answers, or I'm sorry, the responses. I'm just going to copy and paste them. The cool thing about this is when we get this all set up, we'll never really have to do this again, and a lot of the teachers, if they're wanting to align their curriculum and maybe test on the same thing, you would be able to see what the other teachers are testing on and what it is. So down here, I put in all my responses. You can go ahead and change whatever it happens to be. You can go ahead and change the correct answer. As you guys can see here, the link, and it's going to leave the box as the correct answer. Okay, so when you're done with that, you can go up here and click add a new question. Okay, so just make sure, guys, one thing I kind of messed up on when I was originally doing it is I wasn't going through and setting whatever the correct answer would be. Okay, so you can add another question up here, and as you can see, this is number 2, and it's going to give you the same thing. It's going to give you all the options on multiple choice, true, false, short answer. You can add as many questions as you want and make the quiz or test as long as you want. So up here, you can preview the quiz, and it'll show you how the whole thing looks, and whether or not it's working right. You can check it all out. And then here is, you can assign the quiz. This will give you the allotted amount of time. If you don't want it to be an open book test, you can make it shorter to make sure the kids just go off by what they know, and you can title it up here. So I could title this Reconstruction Era Quiz. Okay, so really straightforward, guys. If you guys can tell, they've made it look a lot like Facebook so that everyone's really familiar with it. I'm only going over some of the brief benefits of it, but I think I'm going to come up with a few more videos to send out to you guys, just about a few more things to use, including how to use this screencast that I'm showing you guys right now. It's a great way to instruct people in distance education or just over the internet if you want to send out lectures to kids or show them how to do things on the computer without actually having to take a bunch of individual snapshots of a computer. It works out a lot better. So I have another one up here. This is one of my other Edmodos. This is what I actually use for some of my college courses, but it just gives you some examples of some of the assignments that I put on here. I gave a link to Google Docs, which is another great feature. It completely integrates Google Docs, and it will allow you to do that. So if you guys would like to know how to do that, please let me know, or I'll be happy. If I get enough requests, I can make another video and show everybody how to do that. So yeah, okay, and then here, it allows you to put in rubrics for the assessments. Anything you could need, it's on here. So if we ever get to a point where all of us can get together and get on this platform, I think it would make everything a lot more seamless, and it would be great way for the parents to stay connected and the students to stay connected, the parents to know what's going on, and make life a lot easier for the teachers. So I'm going to go back to, this is my account, and go back to my home page. So hopefully you guys have everything you need. Mostly just sign up and follow the on-screen instructions. You guys should have no problem. So let me know if you need anything else. Hope you guys have a great day. Talk soon.